And wanted to make it, I guess, you know I live with the criticisms. People are giving opinion, they put it upon a pedestal. A pen for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous and yours is not the same.
But as we know, it will just be one match that we're doing here. I'm not 100% certain what the turnout is. It's just my first time doing an event with these guys here. So, I'm going to see exactly what's going on. As far as I'm aware too, there is no password for this room. It's purely the room ID, which as we can see is visible. So as to if we're allowed last second entries, I'm not 100% certain. Possibly hop on in, see what happens. But as we can see right now, we do have a bunch of Red Moon members coming in. We have some L8 coming out here as well. And we do have Valkyrie Ree actually with us. Is this our same Ree that we're used to? Did they just recently changed their name? I believe this is the same Ree, as we can tell. Already starting out some beautiful matches to their squad gameplay. Let's see exactly what they're doing here. They did have 2 early drop losses, but for the most part it looks like they are across the board just kicking up a storm today. They definitely have a good start to their season. And as we can see, the list is filling up as we speak. We have Red Moon Kitty Cat from the prior tournaments we've seen. We've seen members from Next Pro. I've actually run into this gentleman in solos myself, playing on some of the solo matches there. We have Valkyrie's best lady, lady. We have Fury from NA servers coming in. We have Sarah, which looks to also be a Demons member. Not a Demons member I personally have met before, but by the looks of it, they have invested in this season already by having, wow, multiple outfits. We have KF Mixon, someone I know I've seen before. I believe I saw Cam, if not mistaken. No, I apologize, that was Kappa that I had seen. And this is all being recorded, guys, so we should have it on to the future tournaments. We have Miyoko, who I believe is an NA player if I'm not mistaken as well. I saw them in Discord earlier this morning. We have someone from the Italia staff team in here. We have iLearner coming in for some matches here. I'm just basically checking out some names I know I've noticed before. Tremungi, I know that's a name we've seen before. We've seen Valkyrie God. He is in multiple of the squad matches where there's 4-man groups. We have seen him with Zeus Ree, and as well as, I'm blanking on the 4 player's name. We will have Blessed from NA servers. We have Jeet as well, who I believe originally is a EU player, but does grind on North America servers all the time, another streamer. He'll actually be streaming this tournament live if I'm not mistaken. We have Red Moon Diablo, which as we can say literally as I was bringing up, someone saying Diablo hacker. But that's okay, guys, we've already confirmed that if Diablo is going to be in this tournament, he will be streaming this live. He will have streaming recording going, so at no point will anyone be able to question his gameplay because they'll be able to look at it in the future. He's been spending a lot of time over the past recent days hoping to actually clear his name. He's been in Discord conversations talking to people. He's been posting his stream gameplay. He's doing everything he can possible to prove that no, he is just a good player. So he'll be interesting to check out at some time in this match. We also have Devi. We know we've seen Devi pop off on multiple occasions before too. This is definitely another exceptional player. I'm not sure if it's just me personally. I feel like the music could almost be a little too loud there, so let's turn it down just half a notch here. Listen to my own voice so I can at least know what I'm saying out loud. We do have Kudex as well. We have one of the clan leaders from the Mercenaries. I believe we have a new clan here. I've not actually seen this gentleman play before though. Interesting to see what he comes out with in his matches today. We do have F4 Magician. We have multiple F4 members. If you notice, this is an F4 hosted clan, so I would hope to see multiple other members in here. So we do have Magician coming out, and it looks like he's having himself a good start. Beautiful hair color to go with the new character. We have from NA servers, we have one of the Demon Clan representatives. We have Sanctus in here with what we believe to be his boo. I am just kidding, he's gonna hate me for saying that. We have Erinara there as well, just beneath him. Ganja Flay is another name I've seen him before, and we have Dot Little Stitch, another name I have seen within the community. So right now it looks as though we have 50 different players in this solo match. That's actually huge. I need to keep my eye on 50 different gameplays. So try your best to get as many perspectives as possible. But with being said, we are looking at 50, 52, and increasing amount of players. This could take a moment for me to personally get all of the action and battle going. So just beforehand, apologizing if I do miss anyone in this combat. Oh look, we actually have Rip Yonda. That's someone I've seen. I believe they're actually one of the higher representatives of the Rip clan, right beside Rip Cash there. Someone I hopefully will get to see in this tournament as well, as I've not actually seen any of his gameplay, but I do know that he streams and plays the game too. And just to keep in mind, guys, this is a one-round tournament. It is a one-round solo. It won't be put into multiple matches. There is no point system. This is purely a one-match, go in, show that you're the best, come out on top, and get yourself a couple extra bucks on the side because of it. Hopefully in the future they will have a little bit more time to invest so that we can maybe do 3, maybe even 5 matches and do create a point system, so that way we'd have a little more entertainment for the viewers of the tournament, and as well just a little more gameplay time for the people entering it. Being said, guys, they were saying about 15 minutes. I'm assuming we have about 10 minutes more. The rooms have opened at 12 o'clock my time. It's 12:06 right now my time. So after this, and it does look as though Cash will be entering this tournament, as I've seen him capitalize saying kick hacker. Hopefully we don't have any dramatic issues happening before the match begins. And yes, Diablo's account was not actually banned. That was a rumor that had begun spreading at one point. His personal account, his very first account, had received a ban once upon a time. The account that he normally plays on and streams on and games on and does tournaments has not been banned. That was purely a rumor that was coming up over a screenshot that either was appealed and was able to be appealed, or is just an old screenshot conversation. But they are currently on an active account, as we can tell looking at the account itself. From the cosmetics, you can tell that this is definitely one of the main accounts. This is not something that was purchased in prior seasons. As we can tell, they have plenty of gameplay hours in their matches. This is most definitely the main account. So, just to keep that in mind, guys, this is a legitimate main account. He has not made an alternate. So, all hacking assumptions are to be put on the back burner for the time being, as he's done nothing but prove that he is not. Unfortunately, it seems as though we had some people who did not sign up through the Discord, so they will not be entering the tournament here. Assuming there is a process. I do believe that's why there should be a password on these rooms, but there isn't, so. Kitty Cat looking to start a little bit of a fire into the conversation there. But the one thing that'll be interesting is none of these are squads, so it won't be 4-man groups landing everywhere. We won't have 16 teams of 4. We're literally gonna have 56 people all landing in separate locations fighting against one another. By the looks of it, guys, we're not starting at least for another 12 minutes. So I'm assuming that we're going to be going for at least the 12:20 marker, or whichever time it may be for you, 20 minutes after. So grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, relax, get prepared, let your friends know that this tournament's happening. Maybe get them in here to come watch as well. Sanctus going for the infamous smoke before battle. And it looks as though, fortunately, when we don't know who exactly is the host who's demanding the rules, multiple people are typing things in, 12 minutes, 6 minutes, etc., etc. We're not 100% certain how that's getting approached. And I'll just give you guys a close-up so you can read the chat, see what's going on, stay up to date with all the drama that's coming on here. As we know, as an NA player, we're completely unaware of what this drama is, but as we can tell, some people are definitely not wanting a chance that certain players could or could not be hacking in this game. Oh, it looks as though we have Jupi actually going to be entering this tournament here. A name that snuck into the numbers. Definitely very good at the sniper. We have Alien, who we've watched solo squad on occasions before. Definitely a very strong player. Be interesting to see what his solo gameplay is like. Will he be rushing? Will he be fighting? Or will he just be hanging out with a sniper in the distance, hoping not to get sniped himself? Eric Code that we have seen before. If I do recall, I thought Eric Code was originally a Mercenaries member. Maybe that's recently changed in the future. I'm not 100% certain. Also, let's keep in mind, let's do a quick eyeball here. If he was really hacking, would he have a 23.8 KD? Like, let's be real here. Those are rookie numbers for a hacker. Those are hardcore rookie numbers. Like, 14 wins, 23 KD. I have 40 wins of 105 KD, and I don't hack. So if he's at a 23.8 after 14 wins, I think that's conversation closed right then and there, personally. I can't look at my own personal profile from here, can I? Can I? No, I can't. But as we can see, this is actually the judge detail. I've never actually pressed the judge button before to see this. It's quite cool how it pops everyone up so you can see everyone. But being said, let's check out a couple names that we haven't seen before. This was the first person entering the room here. It looks as though they've actually done 0 matches to start off this season. So hopefully they'll be warmed up and ready to go. Hopefully they haven't just signed on for the first time in the past couple days since the season began. T-Fro looks to be holding a fairly steady KD there. We know Kitty Cat pops off, and see, there we go. I have my rest in case. This person's at 11 victories, a 61.5 KD. This person pops off, we've watched on occasions, they're definitely not a hacker of any way, shape, or form. So, just to recognize from those stats, as well as we have Ree, which we saw, she's been popping off, doing phenomenal as well. Avocado, doing quite well themselves, with a 28 KD right now. We have Cave Kappa with the 5.6. Just gonna work our way down there, guys. We have about 6 minutes to kill anyways. Let's just take a quick glance at everyone that's entering the tournament. We have Next Pro at 20.7. We have words that I can personally not write at 2.6 KD, maybe struggling in this tournament. Curious to see what the game plan is for them. We have Eric Code that I know we've seen other tournaments with a beautiful looking face. Look at that mug. I am impressed with that style right there. The mustache just makes it perfect with a 2.0 KD. We have Heito, and I just want to keep in mind, guys, just being the restart of the seasons, all of these KDs can't be taken too seriously, as some may be slightly inflated, other ones may just be unlucky, and oh my lord, the face on this one. Oh my lord, the face on this one. I like this one. I don't even know. No, I like it. I want to say I hate it, but I love it. I actually love this look. Wow. Anyways, at a 5.0 KD. We have Valkyrie Lady, our second Valkyrie member, who is at a 2.8 for the start of season. Doesn't look to have gone too many matches in, so that again is just from the KD of a fresh season. We have Terminator over here, who looks to have not played a single match whatsoever since the season had begun. Prior to that, they do seem to slightly struggle with their matches, however we do welcome them to the competition. Sarah over here, gorgeous as can be, seems to have already dropped $200 in the game, however has not dropped out of the ship once since the season began. Clap on the back there. We have Fury. As we all know, Fury definitely does the damage, and he looks to be fully decked out already with a 71 KD right now coming into this match. We have Dr. Step over here, who looks to, again, this person actually did purchase the extra bonus to the season pass, as you can tell by the facial mask they have on, and they have a 48 KD to go with them. BS Giustino with a 9.8 with the top-up balance looking item on them with the full outfit from the season pass. Looking pretty amazing, can't deny. Miyoko, we have sitting at a 25 KD, looking aesthetically pleasing as possible there from head to toe. Great job, great setup here. Few matches in for the season and does look to be practicing some solos. First match went well, second match seemed to run into some troubles. Hopefully we can make it like the prior. With being said, we are heading into the first round. The one and only. We have one member who seems to have already left the match right then and there. Skybash was looking to check them out. With being said, let's see if we can get someone at a farther perspective to look at the combat. Doesn't look like it, but you know what? They're spinning in circles for us, so that helps out. See everyone roaming the areas here. With being said, where exactly? This is a perfect place to have this go down. It looks like it's going straight down the center of the map, crossing Old Three Islands, giving everyone potential to go to every possible location that they could want. Be very curious to see who goes Sawmill, who goes Angela, who jumps out first, who jumps out last. Alright, let's take a quick little eyeball, see what's going on here. Oh, it looks like Lady made a mistake. They did not change their abilities coming into this match. They had the first aid device on, and well, when you're in solos, it doesn't pick you back up. You only have one chance to stay alive. Looks like one mistake was already made right off the bat from scoping out the position. Let's close this map on down, see exactly what's happening. We do have some people instantly flying out. Look at this flutter. This is beautiful. This is the most intense looking fight I've ever seen. How I'm gonna keep an eye on it, I don't know. Looks though Panther deciding on going for the water instantly. Going underneath, potentially drowning themselves. Maybe this is a judge for the competition and maybe we should be right off them unaware of that fact. Looks like we have late Fro coming off in combat here. Unfortunately, we have so many people in so many different areas. We are just going to have to eyeball the areas and see what's going on here. We got Terminator who is roaming the fields, finding themselves a little bit of loot. Let's see where Kappa's at here. It looks like they will be in a fight with Fro in the near future here. But as for that, not really seeing anything. We have Eyeliner still going for the landing, actually very far in the end. Kitty Cat looking to be the only one that actually got to obtain Sawmill all to themselves. Everyone else is scattered across the map. Team number 58 down there is fighting. We actually have Devi taking out Cash as the first blood. Let's go take another glance here, see exactly who we have in the areas. No one's in this area here. Let's keep on rotating around. Let's see if we find anything. We're not finding anything right there. This is where we did have some def in the near future, however, not much got to be seen out of that. Let's take another glance around. We're going to have a bit of trouble spotting people until we hit to the end fights. As we can tell, everyone's so close to each other. Looks like we have 30. Let's go to number 27 as they seem to be fairly close to someone right now. That is whatever that's hanging out and looks to have a dead body actually right in front of them. So we don't have to worry about that unless that's Ramso actually. No, that is Ramso inside the building and Ramso has started making some movements. So let's see exactly what whatever's going to do in this situation. Knowing he has the height advantage, checking it out, getting the auto loot, the cube yet to be a cheat from that one area, so I want to think, yes, they are in the bathroom. Will they get the proper angle? Yes, they do. So right off the bat, Ramzo is taken out by whatever. It looks though Rhea is going to be taking some shots. They're actually very low on health, having to get that healing out. ASAP, Dr. Step right on their booty. This was the person with 41 KD that we saw, so they definitely have accuracy. Rhea is in a very bad spot that looks to have zero healing on them. Only defensive abilities, and the enemy is currently charging up with the shield. Her one option, get in the car and get out of dodge. One bullet and she is done. It looks like she will be able to make that escape. With being said, we can see right over here, Ericote is taking some shots out. They do have the Delta equipped. They have a beautiful scope on it. They just need to find their target. Looks like he has the motorbike support fire and the watchtower equipped, so that will be very helpful. Question is, will they be able to? It looks like they did get a kill on a Modus as well, and this is Jeet that they're actually pushing up on. This is one of our fellow NA streamers. Jeet though coming up with some good damage, getting the hits out. However, because the Nightingale was attached, even if he did enough to naturally get the knock, he was unable to finish the kill because of the extra armor from the Nightingale. With being said, looks like we have Kappa taking off some shots. Let's reduce that number here, see what Kappa's up to. Currently stuck inside a building here. The enemy just on the outside rotating around has the Nightingale, so we will be full health regardless how this push goes. Kappa does not seem to be able to defend themselves in this position much more than just waiting for the onslaught to come through the shield, busting into the bathroom. How will they do this? He's looking for that proper angle if the shot is made. He may just need to prepare and just shoot through the shield himself in hopes to take the target out. And by the looks of it, Kappa able to come out on top, and Moy did activate the Nightingale, giving him the ability to grab the Nightingale, equip it themselves, and get back into the action. Great steps, great plays. Looks as though we have Nullman just hanging out in the distance here. We do have some gunfire coming off from Snake. Let's see exactly what he's firing at. Looks as though he's having a tent battle here against another opponent, which will be Valkyrie God. Valkyrie God then getting into a vehicle. I'm not sure if to disengage. It looks to disengage. There will be a disengagement in that fight. No fight will be continuing. Luckily for Snake, because I swear I still hear that heartbeat going. I feel like that might just be an audio glitch. Being said, let's check out Kappa, as Kappa seems to be into more combat right now. Unfortunately, needing to find his target, which he's unable to. The clan DDM standing up, making a name for themselves so far in this tournament by taking out the opponent with a flawless fight. Evil in the background actually taking out Alien. I'm sure we're hearing swear words coming on from his side of the Discord. Let's see exactly what Pro's up to here. He seems to have himself in a good position. Looking amazing with this outfit, actually. The Witch's helmet just matches it beautifully. Looks as though the opponent that he was fighting, Avocado, has been removed and disconnected from the lobby. Let's take a look at Diablo, see exactly what he's up to. He's fairly lonesome right now, however he is in a great position to hopefully find some targets, make some shots. Son of Sky equipped with the core, does have a 4x on it, so already set up, ready to get into some serious action here. And being just on the outer edge of the circle, potentially in the best spot just to hang out and wait for his opponents to come straight to him. With being said, let's take another quick look down the list, see if any gunfire is going off. I don't see it, but being said, let's check out Magician's perspective here. This man definitely drove around in one tournament and found his way to survive until the very final 2 fights. Unfortunately, when he was put into that situation, it was a 1 vs 4 against the winning Demon Clan from the tournament. Looks as though he won't be finding any serious combat here. I'd use the main map, but there are so many corpses all over that map and so many people roaming that I just wouldn't be able to spot who's walking on who. Our best bet is literally just to go through names and hopefully find some combat as we're swapping in and out. RL does look to have themselves a Sentinel with the Nightingale loadout, and as we can tell, a very destructive looking setup here of Destroy and Support Fire activated and ready to go. Let's take another quick little eyeball here over at Fury. Looks to be just roaming the areas, not finding it serious. Potentially could actually roam into Diablo in the near future here, unless they find themselves in the lagoon, but no, they do not. Make the turn, they slow on down. Sanctus actually taking Devi out in the background there. Let's go see exactly what some of these players are up to. It looks as though Fury, unfortunately, getting himself caught onto a rock. Blessed just fighting off the edge of the storm right now. I believe Evil with their 1 kill here in the storm, fighting their way on in. As we can tell, there are people everywhere. Ariana has been removed earlier on too. We do have some gunfires happening over from Hado here. This was definitely one of the people with some lower KDs that we saw on the list of players. However, it'd be interesting to see the gameplay, the way that they reversed in with that car. Diablo coming in with the gunfire, able to get the knock onto them. Shoots out the destroy. Somehow it destroys both sides of the barrier, not the actual one he's behind. As we can tell, there's no aim lock-ons going on whatsoever, just a very good reaction and general idea of where the opponents are. See exactly how he chooses to end this fight if he's able to. Popping out the shields preemptively, does end up taking out Fury, and at no point was a name lock achieved there, so shout out to Diablo, very good kill against Fury. Looks as though we do have some gunshots coming out from Ericode here. Ericode actually ends up taking out Magician. Yet again, the Nightingale coming out as effective, and I'd like to point out Ericode is currently rocking 3 kills. Definitely proving themselves throughout this tournament so far, taking out some big names. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard a little bit of gunfire from Ree there. Note that may have just been the car swapping, that was just a symbol I was noticing. See exactly where Saint's at. Saint does only have the 1 kill, but as we did see in the back, he did get one just recently. So let's see if more action will be popping off. It looks as though this whole town is fairly filled up, but he is at a safe section right now. And this outfit, yet again, the new character just looks beautiful. He's gone into crouch, removing all footsteps, so they won't have to worry about the opponents noticing him. The jump itself, though, definitely would have given a notification. Yet again, I'm hearing some Ree. Every time I seem to open this up, I'm noticing a small symbol, but note that's just Ree going in and out of the vehicle there, catching me off guard. See exactly what Miyoko's up to. Look to be just roaming the outer outskirts, going into an already open house, so should be aware that there should be nothing in there to really grab. I would assume that most loot at this point, because of how many players were in this match, and as we can tell by the size of this circle still, there's probably no more loot for anyone to pick up. If you need to find something, you need to get a kill, and it looks as though there's going to be a bunch of fighting in front of Miyoko. I don't know if these players have engaged each other. Let's quickly take a little eyeball, see if any gunshots have gone off in the distance, but no, they haven't. Let's check out Valkyrie Red. They are currently roaming in the storm, grenades out to get that increased movement speed. It's not a lot, but it's enough to hopefully help you out. And being said, let's get back and let's keep on rotating through our players and see what's going on. We do have iLearner there, who is camped out perfectly at the edge's corner there, no issues, still inside the circle. Only reason he should walk into a problem if someone walks straight into him. But let's face it, when it happens in those moments, it's really not your issue, because they're probably dead. It looks like whatever though, actually getting a kill with a grenade onto Dr. Step. Trumunji looking to be hanging out with no issues whatsoever. Let's keep on searching, we want to find some more combat. Sarah yet again roaming out, feeling fairly safe at their location. I'm not really seeing where anything should be engaging anytime here quickly. But with being said, let's continue going up and down the list as we would hate to forget or miss something. Kitty Cat seems to be rotating in from the storm, getting a quick heal off. Look at those reactions, hopped out, ready to go. Looking like they are frisky today. We have next Pro here, rotating through the houses. Nightingale preemptively held onto, hoping to use it the moment they spot someone. Sarah rotating into town, looking to actually be going very close to Error Code. I don't know if they will engage. No, there will be no engagement from these guys. Miyoko, have we seen, is on the outer edges. Let's check out Bro Snake, see exactly what he's up to. Because though Devi is no longer with us here, we'll see exactly where they're rotating in. Doesn't seem to be rotating anywhere towards a combat situation. We have Shuden Doji yet again, where Cash unfortunately did pass out. Actually, this must be one of Cash's favorite locations, as the few times I did watch him on stream, this was definitely one of his favorite spots to go to. Trumunji still driving along there. And we still have more of the list to check out. Being said, we have our Russian team yet again, taking off some shots here. Possibly attempting to do destruction to the car itself, however not able to get a lethal blow onto it. Looks like we have Saint. Unfortunately, Saint was just taken out, and it was by Ree as well. However, and then it looks like we have Gods coming at RL here, taking him out Nightingale with the flawless kill, no damage received. And there we have it. So we do have Diablo scoping in on an enemy. Will he take the quick shots? He does. He gets a beautiful Soul Snatcher. Unable to connect the second one though. Hopefully that helps some of the people be aware of what they may question, as if that was an aim lock of any sort, he would have gotten that second shot. No issues whatsoever. Quite out in the open, easy to shoot. But with being said, Diablo is playing it smart. He's using the outer edges of the circle. In fact, he's actually at a very good place in the storm where he's not too far, such as where Valkyrie Red might be up here, but close enough that he can get in quickly with his car if needed. With being said, let's continue checking out the list here. Valkyrie Cut seems to be in some sort of combat. We just heard some explosions in the background, and they did just take out whatever. However, it looks as though most of the combat has finished up there. Being a soloist, we have to keep in mind too, most of these fights, once they've begun, there's a very small chance they're going to be a long engagement. A lot of these shots will just be from a third party angle. They will be from people who are making sure they're in a safe position in order to be in an offensive one at the same time. Got Papers going around with the new outfit, looking gorgeous. Seems to have noticed combat. We're actually going to hang out on him slightly for a moment, as he hasn't activated the Nightingale yet. He's just going to push in. Looks as though Gods is taking out Tremungi, so I can only assume that this is Gods currently up there right now. Couple extra grenades being ricocheted off the back wall, hoping to get that AoE splash onto the opponent. Rotates around the side just to hopefully be able to make it so they're confused. And it looks as though they will be right on top of each other. However, this is where it's a little unsafe to my opinion. I prefer to have a gun on me before I have the Nightingale equipped. And by the looks of it, Error Code yet again coming out on top, getting the kill, and only a sliver of health left right now. Error Code definitely popping off, definitely an honorable mention throughout this tournament, as they have 4 kills to their name, and as far as I'm aware, at least 3 out of 4 of those kills have been definitely noticed. Accidentally hops in and out of the mic there. Car seems to have just driven by him. Miyoki actually ended up getting a knock in the background, an elimination in the background. But unfortunately, Kitty Cat is there to return the favor very shortly after, taking out Miyoko. And it looks like there will be a second engagement. Kitty Cat coming out on top, using that slight little jump to make it a little more difficult to hit the target. And luckily it worked out in their favor, as they were able to connect the bullets in comparison. And by the looks of it, guys, we are hitting the final 10. We are hitting the final 10. So right now in the final 10, we have Kitty Cat from Red Moon. We have Pro from Nex. We have Sarah from Demons. We have Snake from the Bros. We have Blessed from Demons. We have Diablo from Red Moon. We have Donkey from PB, I'm assuming. We have Valkyrie Cut. We have Gods. And we have Dot Little Stitch, all in the final 10 here. So shout out to everyone that's currently in this final 10. Right now, you're definitely standing out. With being said, let's take a quick little eyeball at everything going on here. It looks like Pro has found an engagement, but doesn't choose to jump into it. I wonder if the enemy will choose to follow them. It's as though Dot is just hanging out there. Oh no, there you go. There you're driving around as well. It does look like Kudex unfortunately was eliminated shortly earlier in the match, but we were unable to catch the combat when that happened. God's rotating around, 17 people currently spectating, with the mindset that he does have 6 kills right now. He is definitely popping off at this point. Let's see exactly what he might run into. Not seeing him run into anything just as of yet. Valkyrie Cut, again, just roaming on the outer edge of the storm. Blessed, actually, just on the inside, potentially going for the drop here. I wonder if a combat will break loose here. We do know some snipes being shot at Valkyrie. It looks as though they've turned around slightly to go see where they're at. Blessed hanging on top, does use the engagement of the Nightingale. Let's pop this out so we can see the combat. It comes from the left side. And Cut just did not get a chance to react there properly. It almost looked as though they had a crosshair issue, as Blessed was landing them all from the side, but it took a moment for them just to look that direction. Oh, it looks as though we have more people. It's Sarah actually pushing onto Blessed. Has support fire active. Will Blessed just wait this out the best he can? No, he has tried to engage some more, tried to get that positioning. Looks as though he has that double height lasering down the Valkyrie Cut. Valkyrie Cut, unfortunately, looks to have also placed their first aid device a little early on in the fight, not realizing they may have made a mistake there. Let's see exactly what Sarah's going to do in this fight. Will they be able to spot Blessed at a right angle? How will they choose to approach this? Unfortunately, climbing up the side of the tower is not the best approach, especially when you have a sniper like Diablo in the background eyeing you down. Yet again, the camera has returned us to Diablo, and he only has 3 kills. It just seems like every single time we spectate one person, and I just want to point out, we have a 3-minute delay. He just so happens to get the kill and steals the camera back to himself. If I'm not mistaken, I actually saw someone in the sky there briefly, possibly jetpacking away. Oh, and we have a bunch of combat going on in the background. We've actually already entered the final 4, guys. We have Pro left here, we have Blessed, Diablo, and Gods. So the next person to get removed from this tournament will not be receiving a cash prize of any sort. However, the next 3 people that do continue to survive will be receiving some form of cash prize. Diablo looks to be making some snipe shots in the background here. Let's see exactly what he's eyeballing at. Looks to be that gentleman that we're just checking out there at the docks. See what Pro is up to. Seems to be pushing towards Diablo, possibly choosing to disengage. Hope that they realize their position right now. So the next person to take out, will they be able to run over Blessed? They do, and they take out the entire Nightingale shield in the process. However, Diablo is directly behind them, putting themselves in a horrible pinch. How will this final fight go out? This is going to be for the money right now, and Pro has achieved themselves 3rd place status, meaning that they will get a cash prize, and Blessed has been knocked out from the finals. Diablo, though, coming in hot, knowing that their enemy is weak, smelling the blood, choosing to push onto the target the best they can. Nightingale out, should swap to the weapon, there we go. Taking as slowly as possible. Diablo, though, coming in with that beautiful accuracy, and being how the health situation was, it was an intended victory. And for the finals, we have Diablo versus Gods, and Gods has been popping off all match, so he is well aware where Diablo is at this point, as they were the one at the docks here. So they're just waiting it out, I'm sure, knowing that they'll be able to push the moment that Diablo chooses to come in. However, Diablo does grab the truck, allowing him that ability to race in farther, not be caught in off guard just as a walking target, and looks to be going for the high ground. Gods, though, coming off a great height advantage, they're just able to make it so they're at equal eye level for that gunfire. Hop in the Nightingale quickly, breaks open the jetpack at last second, and this could actually be it, folks. I'm gonna be honest, flying through the sky is usually a horrible idea, especially against a player that has the accuracy. However, aware of the grenades being tossed, they do reposition in a way that makes it difficult for them to connect. Yet again, that height and that luck, that was beautifully done. Amazing gunfires from Gods there. That was very well done. It was general idea of where the player was, so that the moment they got that height advantage, they're already pointing in the general location of Diablo. And the moment that he rolled over, well, he did a nice little swap over and tracked down his target and finalized that kill. With being said, let's do a huge shout out. Let's go down the list. Let's recognize people who definitely have received a few kills throughout this match. We have Gods in first place with 8 kills altogether. This person, I believe, came out with the most kills on top of a victory. Huge shout out to him. Second shout out goes to Red Moon Diablo. As we can see, he definitely popped out again with 4 kills himself. Every time we swapped the camera to another person, he just so happened to steal it right on back to himself with an elimination. We have in third place, the next clan. I've heard people question them once or twice in the background. You're not allowed to question them anymore because they just got third place in a solo tournament. Well, these people are down below them. So huge shout out to Next Pro in that. And as well, let's point out too, we have Blessed from the Demons Clan coming out with 2 kills in the solos. We have Kitty Cat with another 2. We have Dawn with 2 themselves, as well as multiple other players with the 1 kills. Another huge shout out too, every time that we did roll up onto error code there. They're using some good strategies, they had some good accuracy, and they definitely pulled out multiple occasions, unfortunately only achieving 12th place, but not without multiple kills to their name. And by the looks of it, we actually had a few other players who were hoping to get some early kills in the match and possibly prove themselves. Even though they may have not received the best placements here, they did take out 4 members to themselves, whatever. And that was someone that we actually saw at the very start of the match get the elimination on the person inside the bathroom. And as well as the Russian clan that we had seen, DDM, coming out 5 kills themselves. As we can see, we have multiple other players with 1 elimination to their name, some unfortunately unable to run into that combat and get the upper hand. And Devi with the 2 kills. My apologies, I need a quick sip. As well as we have Kappa with another 2 kills on top of that. With being said, one final glance just to see we have Leroux with another 1 point there kill. And by the looks of it, folks, as we can tell, there were a few early eliminations there. If you're wondering through the names, there they are. Those are some of the people we may not have noticed, and that's just because they unfortunately may have just had a bad landing.
And I wanted to make it, I guess. You know I live with the criticisms. People are giving opinion, they put it upon a pedestal. A pen for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous, and yours is not the same.